Hey guys, it is time for the 5,000 mile review. I did the 500, I think I even did a 250, but this one is a review on issues I might have, likes and dislikes. Of course, we'll start with the likes and then go from there. At my favorite spot, as you can see behind me, is the river. I'll be heading there in just a little bit. It's about 80 degrees today. I have this on just strictly for visibility. But yeah, let's start with the bike overall. Hold on. Here is the Can-Am Ryker. It's 2019. I bought it January a year ago. I did change the color on the brakes, added the little accents. You can see I did the custom coloring on the paint. For the most part, it's holding up fine. There's a few spots that are not holding up well at all, and a lot of that has to do with prep. You have to prep the plastic really well. Look at one of my videos about you sand it, you got to clean it, and then spray it. If you don't prep it good, you're going to end up with problems. Sway bar linkage is colored. Springs. I added on the driving lights. What else did I add to it? I have the seat mount back here, but from there I added the tunnel bag. I did have the bag for the side, but I did not like the way it looked. It blocked this whole tire right here. Beautiful tire and everything, and this giant bag blocks the whole tire. So I got rid of that mount. I hated that. I had the Can-Am bag for the top. I did not like that because it was hard and it will not expand. Like in here, I have a Tupperware container for lunch. I got a jacket, a tool bag. What else do I have in there? I have a couple other things in here. Plus, it's got the side things. This will be coming off soon. I will be putting that mount I made for the dual bags on with the two black 22-liter roll top waterproof bags on each side. That will be going on there. They will hang down, I think, from here down to the bottom. I think they're like 13 inches, something like that, or 12. So it's only going to come down to about right here. Anyway, that's what I have on this. The tank bag, I left that on there, but as you see, it is junk. I mean, it's within a year, this thing, the plastic cracked and fell off and everything like that. It still holds everything in there, but it's garbage. For the price you pay for it, it's not worth it. You can probably get a better one online somewhere. And you can see I moved the coloring all the way to the back like that. You know, made it look halfway nice. Let me go to the front. And there you go there. The windshield, definitely, I like it. During the summer, I drop it down. Winter, I have it up, obviously. But for the price of it, I think it's worth it. Keeps the bugs off you and keeps the wind off the main part of your chest. Let's see, what else did I do to this thing? That's about it. I put a K&N air filter on the air intake on this side. I'm working on the video now, modified this. If you see, I don't know if you can see up in there now, you can't really see, but you can look and see the air filter. I took out all the baffles and tunnels and junk like that, so it goes from here right to the K&N air filter right into the engine. There's people that are posting with the modified cold air intake that comes out and sits right here, but they talk about you got to put a water sock on it and everything else if it goes to rain, and they even admitted they only use it for sunny days. If there's any chance of rain, they don't take the bike out. This is pretty much my daily driver. I mean, you can see the dirt on it. I got caught in the rain the other day. You can see it all back here. It's my daily driver. So I mean, here in Virginia, it rains constant every night, so you're going to get wet. So it was not practical for me. This one seems to work just fine. The only downfall that I have with it is that it's real twitchy. I mean, you got a lot more torque out of it with the more air, but going down the road at 65 miles an hour, it seems to lurch a little bit because it doesn't know what to do. I think it's a programming issue probably for the computer on this thing about air intake. So I probably have to do that. I have not done that yet. Any other issues? Well, okay, no, not issues yet. We're going over by what I did. That's it. I did not change the exhaust. With speed bumps in my work, if my feet hang just a little down like that, my heel drags, to give you an idea how low the back end is or the middle is. So if you change the exhaust and do not have a small enough diameter, you will catch your exhaust. So I most likely will cut open this exhaust and pull out some of the insulation and make it more of a free-flowing exhaust. That'll be one of my next adventures on this. What else? That is all I've done. Anyway, I've got 5,091 miles on it, right at that. So let's start off with the pros. For my ability on a motorcycle and this thing, to compare the two, this is 100% me. I drive it in all types of weather and conditions, all seasons. So I like the stability. You got 3 wheels, more stable. You don't have to worry about laying it down on icy roads in the winter or the gravel, you know, from all the salt and sand. And also during the summer when it rains, if you get a light rain, roads are slippery, yeah, you're going to spin the tires, but you don't have to worry about laying it down. And with the anti-lock brakes, traction control, and all that other junk on it, I feel a lot safer with it. And if I didn't use it but sunny days, maybe I would go back to a motorcycle, but for me it works perfect. The style, definitely, it's something different, fun, sporty. For what it is, I mean, I've had it up over 100. I did not videotape. I do not promote that kind of driving. I've had it up over 100 miles an hour a couple times easily. For what it is, it gets there real quick. Not as fast as a sports bike, but you're not riding a sport bike. You're riding something totally different. But for what it is, it's very quick. You know, it'll get right up there and go over 100 miles an hour. The tires holding up great. They're the Kindas. I'm probably going to put something different on it when I do need them. I am very surprised that I have any tread left on the back tire because it is so fun, and drifting it and everything else. I can see the wear bars. They're not touching yet, but I'm thinking probably the middle of the summer I will have to change the back tire. And in some of my videos I've mentioned I am not sure if just changing the back tire and changing the manufacturer is going to cause a problem with the tracking. 2 different ones up front. I'll let you know when I do that. If then I'll change the front 2 ones. Rattles, you know, a couple of my videos you've heard about that. I'll let you look at the bike instead of my ugly face. Rattles, yeah, I guess they're still there. I just don't pay attention to them anymore. It's just part of it. It's plastic. It's part of the bike. They seem to have quieted down a little bit, I guess. So that's just part of the beast when you got something that's all plastic and all these things move. Here, actually, like that guy there, you can see the movement. You're going to get some rattles. You just deal with it. Driving in the rain, you've seen some of my videos on that. It is tremendous. I mean, keeps you dry. You get more road spray from other vehicles passing you than you will from this bike. It has perfect water, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, fairings, to keep your legs and all warm. If you hit a big puddle with the front wheel, it will splash up on your feet a little bit, maybe pick your foot up a little bit to avoid it. But other than that, it is awesome for water. Cold weather, yeah, you're going to get cold. It has nothing to protect your hands. I did not put any guards on it. I did buy something that I was going to make for my hands. You're better off just putting a boot over here and slide your hands into the boot to protect them. The grips, you can see the grips are wearing down just from the mileage using them. All right, the downside to this that I have found with a 3-wheeler, if you have not thought about it, is that back tire, center of the bike, rides where all the debris goes. Either debris goes to the outside of the lane or to the center where the car centers. It will hit everything. I mean, you have from that back tire to that front tire to miss it. So you better not travel too close or you will run into it. It will, I mean, you get a lot of debris. That's all I can say about that. Tracking, lower miles, like 45 miles an hour, you don't feel it as bad. When you get up around 60, it wants to wander in the lane because you got the hump in the middle. Car tire on car tire sinks in it down, the center's up a little higher. Even if it's just a little bit higher than the 2 sides, it wants to drop and twitch and wander back and forth. That's one of the big downsides. Between that and debris, you really don't have a way to get around it because you take up pretty much the whole lane. You better leave distance between you and a vehicle in front of you to see if there's a board, a can, bottles, the parts of cars, whatever it might be, potholes, to try to get around them. I have not had too big of a problem with that. I think I run over 1 or 2 animals that have been hit before and they were just in the road. Luckily it just bumped the fairing underneath a little bit, the front grille. That's the lowest part, is right there. I bumped it. As you can see, I did not cause any damage to it, nothing to my radiator, but your radiator's right there. If you were to hit anything up into this range, right up into here, you will damage your radiator. Doesn't look like it would be a problem to replace, but it's going to cost you. That's one of my biggest complaints, is the wandering, and you take up the whole lane with 3 wheels. The other downfall on this, besides that, let me see. That is about it. I mean, otherwise, it's fairly well made. It is what it is. You're not buying a $20,000 slingshot. Slingshots are even more, but you're not buying a $20,000 vehicle. Yeah, you're lucky if it hits 10. And I had a rust factor on the muffler. I took that off, sprayed it all black, cleaned the rust off first, of course. Clean that up. I did have some rusting up in here. Where's that screw? You got that screw hole here and down in there. This one's slowed up. I put WD-40 in there, and down there I put WD-40. That stopped it there. My switch, that's only my problem because I used a different screw. That's mine. This is the switch for the driving lights. People do talk about it. You do get rusting inside of here. I'll clean that out and then spray it with some WD-40. I actually want to clean it out and spray it black to try to protect it some more. So that does rust on the inside there. What else? That is it, guys. Other than that, for 5,000 miles, I love it. I did put in my videos, if somebody was to go to offer to buy it, I would sell it, as long as I don't lose my butt on it, which you probably will, because I don't think they are as popular as Can-Am was hoping. They are pretty popular, but I don't think they have taken off the way they expected. So the resale on one of these, I believe, is going to be pretty low. I don't want to drag this video on too long, so I'm going to try to cut it off. If you have any questions, any comments, I'll give you my honest opinion. I'm not trying to hype it up because I bought it. If I bought it and it was a piece of junk, I would tell you. I told you what things I don't like about it. Other people might have other issues. Getting around town. Oh, the other thing I get, a lot of questions about the long distance. Like you're talking, I don't know, 1,000 miles or something like that. I would not do it. Me personally, it's more made for commuting to work and around town. But do not try a long distance trip. Anyway, that's it. Everybody have a great day. Comment below. Let me know what you have and I'll help you out. Talk to you later. Bye.